Hello everyone, my name is Richie RiSz and I am a New Jersey artist, and today we'll be going over another video to continue the series. This is probably going to be my last one from the series, so today I'm going to walk you through that process a little bit. I've been practicing more and more on these video making, editing, also painting a little bit more fluent. So this is actually going to be my fourth one in about 2 to 3 weeks, which is pretty good for an artist. Best thing about it is that I am my medium is acrylic, so acrylic dries pretty fast, so I don't have to wait like you have to do for oil bases. So we're gonna walk through this one. This is changed it up. It's a tiger this time with a female, not a bird of some sort. I just wanted to change it up because I was already thinking that this will probably be my last one of this series, with the girl animal face. Probably do it again in the future, but as of right now, I like to change things up and you know and play along with things. And this one, if you notice that it's a little different from the other paintings with the birds. The other ones I use pretty much a solid black background. This time I was trying to get a little fancy with it, I guess, and try to give it like a little texture with the white. Um, Also, the black was a little difficult to paint with, especially with the doodle grid and and just to try to get the sketch on. It was difficult. I made it work for the most part, but it was. And funny enough, using this background, I struggle so much with the female's face. If you see, you can see a lot of like erasing on her face. I didn't like the face I put before. That the face was crooked. The the model that I used before didn't hit the way I thought it would. So I changed the model, and I got to a point where I'm more comfortable with this face and the way it finished. So I just used this one. I said, forget it. I just leave it like this, and if I have to compromise or have to change anything throughout the painting, then it is what it is. But if you see here, because I know I'm gonna add a lot of textures to it, and if you guys all know tigers, they're very famously known for this pattern, this black pattern. So I didn't want to lose it because I need to try to keep that like that similarity in there. And sometimes when you go over with layers and layers of paint, spray paint, especially that it's very can be very misty or dusty. So I did not want like some special features to get lost within the process. Especially the way I paint. I'm very like not so much of a neat freak when it comes to laying down paint. I'll splash it, then I'll go over it again. Four different shades of the same color. So with that in mind already, since I've been painting this series for a while, I kind of know how I'm gonna approach it already. So I started with the grays, darker gray for the top, and then the same thing. I'll just work lighter and lighter until I get to a point. Use different brushes. Again, you will see the featured of the fan brush in this painting. So it's this was another fun piece. Took me a couple of hours, but we get it done. We get it done. Love painting. This has been fun recording, making videos, and also posting it, hearing your guys' feedback. And also, I never really thought that I could look back at the videos and see how the process goes. I never really did that, where could kind of look back and criticize myself as well. So it's all new learning experience for me. I'm still working on my editing. I'm still working on my voiceover and camera angles and all that stuff. But so I warn you guys, in this video, this is gonna be the only angle shot of the whole video, just because when I started painting, I was already like in that zone that explained to you guys, that once I get it, I really kind of black out everything else. So thankfully, I just left the camera rolling, and I'm pretty much stuck at this shot. Sorry, it's not like the full canvas, but it works. But yeah, I was in the zone. You'll see little blank spaces like this where I'm not touching it. Again, this is me just moving back, seeing what's missing, where's my next move. Maybe changing paintbrushes, or just thinking of a strategy to go what's next. I do use acrylic, Michael's acrylic paint. I believe the name brand is Basics. Also, the canvas is a level 3 canvas. It's the most expensive canvas that Michael's carries. Um, but it's a great canvas to work on, definitely. Here goes that fan brush again. Trying to give it the hair texture, like I try to give it the feather texture. So it worked a little bit. I don't know if I was too hard on it with the fan, with the, I forgot what those are called, the bristles of the brush. I don't know if I was too rough with it, but at the end it kind of came out, but it was a lot of back and forth, about a lot of back and forth layers going on. You know, light, then the black, and then the white, and then go back with gray, go white, and then me making sure that the face was proportionate on both ends. I wanted to make sure I didn't throw away too much from the woman's face as well. Definitely like this brush for those little short angles. Very nice. Just the only thing is a lot of little pieces of the brush that some of them have a mind of their own, so that could be a little all messed up sometimes. Yeah, I'm just pretty much painting the same way I've been painting, using almost the same techniques. Given the little blocks that I give, already trying to highlight that cheekbone, which is usually I do this to all the females that I paint. I embrace that right, exactly right there, that cheekbone area, where a lot of women, they do put some type of foundation, or I don't even know how they call it, on their face to get that going. Guys, leave a comment on where I can progress, or if this is even worth it. I am finding it fun, but I'm also finding it like a very much learning experience. So just give me your input so I could know how to strategize for the next one. I actually want to do a really, really, really big canvas. I saw one in Blake's Art Supply store that I believe it was like 7 feet by like 10 feet, or it was something crazy. I don't even know how I'll get it to my house. Either I could try to buy a canvas that big and somehow have it shipped to my house, or maybe buy a roll of canvas and try to see how big I could get it in the studio, and just paint on it. That's one of my next moves. It's just a lot of space, and I'm one to like to finish a painting like in one day, if possible. So knowing that I have like a 10 feet painting, unfinished painting in the studio, I don't think I could sleep. So this one I approached a little different. I added a little bit more color to this painting. You'll see at the end I added a green, which I kind of liked it. Just trying to, since I already gave this painting like a different vibe. Not the theme, because the theme is still the girl and animal, but the vibe of like that white, which I didn't use in any other painting. I just try to change it up, since this one I feel like it's going to be the grand finale of the series. So I can move on to the next one. Strangely, strangely enough, I was thinking about actually painting trees or flowers or something. I painted flowers before, but I think I only did it like once, to be honest. Yeah, once. But I'm looking maybe painting some type of trees, abstract trees or something. Never did that before, so I want to give it a shot. Definitely want to give it a shot. Shameless plug, since this part is the tedious part. I do have a website, which I sell my original paintings. I have a few prints on there, almost all sold out from the prints. Um, I had stickers, I had merch, but right now I am working on some new merch because I just, whatever I had before sold out, and I want to give you guys, you know, something nice. So I'm thinking about it, seeing which printing approach I want to take. Do I want to do direct to garment? Do I want to do screen printing? Do I want to, I got to see how I approach it next. I got a bunch of stickers laying around as well. So if you purchase a print or original, you get a pack of stickers as well. So that's a nice little bonus to add up in there. Website is artbyriz.com, and or you could just follow me, like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. It's artbyriz on Instagram. And if you saw my other videos, you'll notice that all my paintings I use red lipstick. For the reasons again is that uh, they are very seductive looking. They also are very inviting, very and it brings out a lot from my painting, especially when it's like all black, white, and gray, and especially it compromises too, or complements, not compromises, complements the yellow as well. So I like the way that all came together right there as well, and trying a little bit of red in the tiger's eyes. Uh, and at this point, I wasn't feeling how the white was popping out so much. It was driving me crazy. And I said this in my old video, and now I understand. The white is kind of an eyesore, especially when you're trying to do. Well, to me, I think this type of painting doesn't deserve a lot of white. So I try to fill up as much white space as possible. Add some dark grays. Try to eliminate some eyesores as much as possible. Um, this is probably me where I'm standing back, like, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I believe I add a lot more white, a lot more black, like a lot more gray, some more spray paint mist, just to like darken up some areas to make them not as white. Yeah, this is definitely probably that time. And this is around the time where it actually hit me, where I was like, you know what? Let's change this one up. Let's add some green. I had some green spray paint, so then I started messing around. Um, you've seen my face a lot more in this video than any other video. Um, but yeah, there I go. I started playing with the spray paint, with the green, and I actually kind of liked it. I like that drip underneath the tiger's eye. Gave it like this warrior um, image. But yes, I was liking this. See, I keep on going, trying to fill up spaces, because the white was driving me nuts. Playing around. That's all we could do. All we could do. Filling in some spaces. See where it would go. My signature smooth that I put on every canvas that I do. The dripping spray dot. Again, is to give homage to graffiti. It's where I started. So I just want that to be carried out through my whole art career, no matter what medium I use, paintbrush, airbrush, tattooing, any type of art format. I just want to stay true to where I started this whole journey. So, shout out RiSz and the D&M crew and my brothers over there. So, getting closer, closer. We start moving away from the green, moving away from the girl's face, and we start adding some white to make the face pop out. If you look, there's a ton of layers of gray spray paint, blacks. So I just want to try to bring it out. Whiskers are, super fun too to do. Yeah, but just here, it's just adding as much highlights as I possibly can without giving it too much. It's funny how I was complaining about white, but now here I go adding more white. But yeah, it's just about trying to try to bring in out some areas to make the painting pop a little bit. Again, I'm not the best artist, but this is from the picture that I had, and this is from images that I like. I almost forgot that I left all the other females' eyes, like that white ghosty look, kind of like on the first one I did, and then I just carried that same layout for the rest of the series. Now you see it's kind of pretty looking good. That green was too strong for me in that location. Here I go again, bringing those blocks, signature blocks that I've been doing lately. I will alterate a little bit more as the painting goes, but just having fun with it, adding it where there's blank spaces. Trying to make sure I don't lose the features. There goes my head. I was home. I didn't put no gel, no hat. I was just painting. I used a Crinks paint pen, but I might have burnt that pen out already on other paintings that didn't really work as good. Certain areas it did really well, but some other areas it's just like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. Take care of me first before you start using me on wet paint and wet surfaces. That part I was very scared about trying to do the blocks on the tiger's face, since the tiger already has so much pattern. I didn't want to overpower it with more blocks, so just gave it very few. You'll see that very little. So far, it's coming out pretty nice. Implementing compromise. I always wonder what would I be doing if I didn't have art in my life. Like, I do go to the gym about 4 to 6 days a week, but like they're both very, very, very therapeutic. But there's something about art that like takes me to a whole different level. That it's a very, very, very stress reliever, very therapeutic for my brain. So I'm just grateful that I have it. I earlier I complained when I was younger. I complained that I wish I could make music because I really love music. I like the not to rap or I'm not a poet, but I do enjoy the engineering part of it. Um, that always I saw a few guys do it before, and just like that whole making beats, playing instruments alone is stunning. I love. I have a piano in my house, but my family plays it. So, but I just never really got into it. Anytime I felt like I wanted to try to learn something new or just test my creativity, I would just go to painting, and I would use painting, and for the learning something new aspect of it, I would just paint something like I never did. Like was saying earlier, how I want to paint trees next. That is, you know, and I'll find that more satisfying for me. I think like this whole combo. I did tigers before, a lot of them, but I just like to play with this little gift or talent that I have that I was blessed with. So see, and like look at how this green just makes it like all come together perfectly. Like I was happy with the darker greens before, but then this was just that little extra kick, and I didn't put too much. I just put very look little angles here, little chips there, underneath the eyes, give it that nice little warrior look, and that was pretty much it. It was really really nice. See, but at this point, I was so in the zone already. You couldn't tell me nothing at this point. Didn't like the eyes too much. That when I added so much yellow, that's why that eye looks a little bit better than the other eye. So I go back and try to fix the other eye. To add that brown again. See, and that looks a little bit better. Trial and error, trial and error. That's all it is. Find your mistakes, find what you need to improve, and that's it. And also this black Crinks paint marker, also destroyed. Give me a break. Clean me before you reuse me on so many surfaces. So I had to go back with the paintbrush, a smaller one, and the eyelashes. Strangely, one of my almost one of my favorite parts of painting a female, within the red lips and the eyelashes, is like those are the little subtle keys that you cannot take away from a female. Back when I first started painting, I used to make all my paintings cry or tear. I have no idea why. Maybe something internally would just tell me to do it. I don't know if I was going through stuff. Well, we all go through stuff, but like my brother will always say, like, what? Why do they always cry? Why do they always have to cry? I actually have a few commissions that like they'll ask me to paint them a girl or something like that, with blue hair or something that signifies for them. But at the end of the painting, all of them would be somewhat crying. The same face like that, with just like strong, but with crying eyes, and almost all of them asked me to remove it. If there was a way I could remove the crying eyes. I just think like sometimes crying is strength as well. It's not just weakness. It's a part of growth. It's a part about learning. It's some things we take for granted, but stuff like that, crying is very important to the growth process. And don't be scared to cry. Don't be scared to show some emotions, um, and just grow from the process. That's all. Grow. This is when I'm getting to the final, or where my mind sees it, where it's getting close to be final. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. This is the final shot. Again, my name is Richie RiSz, and I'm out.